got second place. I lost 4 feet.
And today,
I was 700
pounds late.
I didn't know the way to pulled her. Today was something today. I put her in the 16,000 pound class. I put her in turret gear. They were all 280, 290. One was 310, maybe 312.
And you were?
I put her in 370 in the sand. The mistake I made, I didn't put her in the registration movement.
Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday night. I am Jason Schultz. I'm joined by Mike Masonbrink tonight. He has the John Deere 8500 Light Limited Pro. We call it Light Limited Pro as announcers. What's a sheet metal on your tractor, Mike?
It's a 40. Well, it's actually a 4255 John Deere.
Okay. I'm trying to find a picture of it that I took my camera out. I'm not fancy like those good photographers. I just put my camera on auto, Mike, and I just start clicking photos. So.
No, that's all right.
But I was cruising around through the pits. I know I got a shot of it, so I'm just looking for it right now. Thanks for doing this tonight. Ron is on his way to Ohio to see his dad, and Josh is in the oil fields, and I am I'm just living the dream. How about that? So
you're the lone man tonight.
I am. So there is Mike's beautiful tractor. He's currently in the top 3 in points with the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. So Mike, I do not know you real well, so this is going to be an easy interview for me because I don't know the answer to a lot of these questions. So. But our goal every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with Outlawed with Ron Stone is to get to know our pullers, get to know our promoters, talk about our sponsors, Mike, because they're very important to the sport. As you know, we'll wrap up last weekend, then we'll, preview upcoming events. Like we kind of have a week off from the Outlaws. I'm going to try to get to the dyno, Mike. I am getting to the dyno next Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we go to Concord, Nebraska on Thursday, and then we have Rock Valley Friday and Saturday. Are you in Concord as well?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
yes.
And obviously Rock Valley too. So, okay, so Mike, I want to give me your history. I want to know where you live, when you got into pulling. Kind of start at the beginning, and let's take your time. And then if anybody has any questions for Mike, please put them into the comments, and I'll throw them up on the screen. And let's talk truck and tractor pulling. So, okay.
Well, I live in Nebraska, and we're farmers and truckers, and that's kind of what we do for a living. And I don't know, I started, I think about 6 years ago, we started at the 3,200 RPM class. And I don't know, Mike Golda kept trying to get me into this class we're in right now. And I kept saying no. And finally, I don't know, got the bug, and that's how I ended up at it. So no regret. Really, I enjoy our class. We got a good group of guys, a lot of tough competition. A lot of times it's like my tractor name is Inches Matter. We actually win by just a few inches sometimes. So it's enjoyable.
No, absolutely you do. That's that class is tight. I started with a 1206 Hot Farm. So in 2012, Mike, with my own tractor, and basically, to what your class is now, but we had 20.8 tires up here in Wisconsin with Badger State. But what I like about your class is you guys can, that Light Limited Pro, or I know every association calls it something different, but you can take that tractor about anywhere in the nation and take that thing pulling. So,
no, that's a good thing. I mean, it's nice to be able to go do whatever we want, and obviously we're true to our club and try to stay at home. And but it's nice, like you said, we can go anywhere and we can have a pretty good time and do anything else.
Well, I enjoy like a Cowtown Showdown, Mike, a Ship Shawana, any kind of indoor pull or outdoor pull when it doesn't conflict with the points hook, where you bring in some of the best tractors, from different associations and put them into a class together and let them duke it out, if you will. So,
right.
Was your pro field tractor, was that what did you call it, Inches Matter as well, or?
Yeah, actually, my wife and my daughter-in-law is actually, we all sat down one day, and when we first started this in the 3,200 RPM class, and we were trying to think of names. So we actually had a family outing, or actually here at home. And anyway, everybody, my wife got the deal, and she kind of went around Christmas and started putting names out there, and we put it in the hat, and that's actually what it ended up being. So that's actually the wife and the daughter-in-laws. So
it is always fun, Mike, to find out how pullers name their pulling vehicle, what they did name it. I mean, some are just, the blue tractor, and then sometimes a little thought goes into it. Sometimes it's some, memorial stuff for their father or their mom or something like that. Or like you said, you just kind of came up with some cool names and chucked it into a hat, and away we go. So I always like to hear that. So 6 years ago, did you follow pulling for a long time, Mike? Or did you kind of run around with a group of guys and then you kind of got the bug and bought your own, or how did it kind of start for you?
Well, I'm kind of on the other end of the spectrum. I'm the old guy, but I've been kind of back in the 70s. I actually started with an 806, and we used to do a lot of farm pull. I grew up in southeast Nebraska down by Humboldt, and we had Pawnee City and Humboldt and Falls City and a bunch of those places down there. And we did a lot of farm pulling and had a blast at it. I mean, that was the ones where, you started it early in the evening and you didn't quit till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And, and it was a blast. And anyway, I don't know, things got kind of tough down there in the farming, and we moved up to this part of the world. And actually I sprint car raced for probably, I think right at about 12 years. And I'm way too old for that anymore. I don't think I could take any of those hits, and kind of took a hiatus from motorsports for about 15 years. And I don't know, I got the itch and I needed to get back into something like this, and I enjoy it very much.
Who works on your tractor? Who's kind of your performance package?
Andrew Meister is the guy that actually does all my engine work for me.
Okay.
And
I've heard of that guy before, Mike.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, Andrew's he started after the 3200. Well, we started the last year of the 3200 RPM class, and again, Mike Goldick, he was the one that introduced me to Andrew, and so that's how we got started up there. And I tell you what, it couldn't be better. The guy had really devoted to trying to get, to really help you out, and he tries to squeeze everything he can out of it.
Yep. No, and your class is so competitive. I know you guys, the top tractors are probably, if you were honest with each other, probably got in a dyno, you'd all be within 50 horse of each other, Mike. As you go up in horsepower, they tend to spread out a little bit more. You have bigger gaps. Some guy will have a different turbo or a different cylinder head, or he'll try something. But I have found with is your turbo limit 3x3, or what's the exact dimensions on your guys' turbo?
Up to 3x4, yeah. That's what we run. We changed. Well, actually, we can still run a 3x3 precision slotted charger, but the majority out there, I think, is all the 3x4.
Okay. But yeah, that makes sense that everybody, but like you said, everybody's real close to each other. How, I know you're currently, you're literally just a few points out of first place right now, early into the season. How well have you done? How long have you had the light limited pro? When did you go from pro field to light limited pro?
I believe we're at 4 years now. This is our fourth year.
How many, has the tractor been pretty tough all along? Did it come out of the gate hot? Like I said, Mike, I don't know enough about your specific tractor. So it's good. I'm asking real questions I don't know the answer to. So
I mean, so far every year I've been there, I've actually won a hook every year. So that's kind of an accomplishment that I've tried to get. So I've managed to do that. We went out to Ravenna this year. I thought we was really starting hot, and actually won both nights out at Ravenna, and was happy with that, and kind of thought, we changed tires this year, and we changed a few things on the engine and a few other things, that everybody does every year anyway. And, you're not sure how it acts, and I was really pleased with it. But I don't know. I mean, I guess last 2 hooks prior to Manilla was pretty good, but Manilla was a disappointment. I kind of chose, I did a thing like you did. I kind of got too far to the right, I think. So
yep. No, it was there wasn't much down the middle. I watched everybody in our class, the first 5 or 6 guys, just try to blast down the middle and try to lay out a road. Seth Novak got up there and kind of went to the left and got out there at 297, and then we started eyeing up that right side, and knowing the left, we were kind of thinking the left side was getting wore out. Then Tyler Paddock laid one out there 314 or 313. right before me, and I already had the tractor set up to run that right line, and I should have, I could have took the extra minute, moved some weights around, Mike, but I'm kicking myself in the ass still about that. And then Joe Morando comes up and runs that line that I should have ran and wins the class. But that's pulling. I like to go sometimes looking around, Mike, and take a chance, but I got to quit doing that stuff if I want to run for points.
Well, and I have a bad habit of doing that too. It's kind of like, a good friend of mine back when we used to race, you don't race each other. You race the dirt that you pull on or you drive on, and
Yep.
and that's what you're always out there looking for, not necessarily, your competition. I mean, obviously your competition's there, but, and I like to do that too. Sometimes you look at a line or you look at the track and you think you got a line figured out, and sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. So apparently it didn't the other night.
No, about 150 feet, Mike, I knew that I had made the wrong decision because I was the tires were screaming and we weren't going anywhere, but that's okay. The tractor was fine and the screen looks good and the computer looks good. And like I said, we're going to the dyno Tuesday and going to make sure everything's okay for Concord and Ravenna. And then this is really the only gap we had. We didn't get a dyno before the season because I got ready for the Pullers Championships and everybody was waiting on parts. Mike, you know how it goes.
Oh, I know.
Yep. You know how it goes. Who usually goes to the polls with you, Mike? Do you kind of have like a pit crew that goes with you every week?
Yeah, actually, I got, obviously you always got to thank your wife because my wife she's always there. She didn't go up to Manilla. Maybe that was a problem, but
yeah, we should probably talk to her about that, Mike. So,
but she's always there, and we travel. It's kind of nice because we can take off on the weekends. We got living quarters, so if we don't want to go home, we don't go home. And but she helps me and keeps track of where we're at and what time we need to pull, and kicks me in the butt before we go out. So
good deal. If you're just joining us, it's Tuesday night. It's Outlawed with Ron Stone. We have Mike Masonbrink with us. His beautiful Inches Matter John Deere 4255 is on your screen right now. And as always, if you missed tonight's live show, you can watch it anytime on YouTube or the Outlaw Facebook page, or go to iTunes. I put this up as an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify under my Let's Grow Pulling podcast, and you can listen to our conversation that Mike and I are having right now. And we always encourage guests to type questions into the comments. We have a few questions we'll get to Mike here in a second. But again, just trying to, spotlight the puller. Not a lot of people see our faces, Mike. They just see the tractor, and that's how they identify, Inches Matter, Mike Masonbrink, but now they get to know the person a little bit. So you talked about trucking and farming. Like, you have a bunch of trucks on the road. How many acres do you farm? Can you just kind of talk about your operation?
Well, actually, no. We had some trucks, and then I'm back down to what I can drive. Trying to find drivers and everything else is getting to be tough, and help is hard to find. So we don't farm much, but we got a couple pivots that we got to take care of, and right now we're really dry down here, so we missed some rains, and we could really use some. So actually, I was down there today, setting a pivot stop and a few other things. So we're watering right now. We're spending, if we don't spend enough money out there, we're spending money on water. So that's.
It seems to be never ending right now. You're kind of hearing that from everybody. So, but that's how it goes. Did you guys get stuck in Ravenna, or did you guys get out of there before the rain came?
No, actually, we spent the night there, and it's kind of nice out there, Ravenna. It's pretty sandy out there, so we actually waited till about mid-morning, and by then the water had kind of just hardened up. Well, I don't know, you were just across from us over there. I don't know what you ended up, but it was actually I had to back out and turn around, so I thought that might be a tough one, but it actually wasn't. We got out of there, but we had waited a little bit longer, and it was fine. So.
Yeah, no, I just curious. We always try to park away from everybody. I got that loud gas generator on my trailer. I built that trailer last year with my truck, and we couldn't get any diesel generators because of COVID. And now I got that gas one there, and that thing's loud as hell, and everybody always gives me crap if I park by them. So we always try to go out and get away from everybody.
Same way. We found our trailer, when we put it together, we found the used generator at the time because last year I was wanting to upgrade and couldn't really I wanted to find a quiet generator also. And then, I don't know, I really got serious this spring, and they said it's going to be at least a year out before you can get a quiet owning or whatever you want, so it's so we're back to the same thing. If we want to stay by somebody, they got to put up with our generator noise.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. Like I get a lot of crap from the guys. So they said they told me they were gonna start a GoFundMe and help me buy a generator. So I said that's fine. I'll let you guys help me out. So I'll let you help me out. This I don't know. Have you ever been pulling where there's pull-offs, Mike? All I really know is a floating finish as a puller, but this fan says seems like some of the fans on the message board still like pull-offs. I personally like floating finishes, fast run seems better for the pullers. Dollars only running once. What does Mike like? So I guess if do you like just floating finishes, or would you rather see them pulley off?
No, I actually, and it's not. I understand for the people out there. The pull offs would be great, but the thing more, and we kind of proved it this weekend. We had to go. A couple guys had to go back to back because the sled was off a little bit, so they had to go back and repull and. That didn't turn out very good for a couple of them that had to come back. So,
yeah,
I can understand both sides of the fence, but unfortunately, when you're talking about a very expensive engine and stuff like that, it makes it kind of tough to come back right away. And, it'd be great if you could, start the first part of the classes and maybe come back later in the night or something, after an hour or two, but you can't cool them off fast enough to come back without damaging the engine. And it improved that this weekend. So unfortunately,
no, I was in Toma Thursday and Friday night, and I came to Manilla on Saturday, and I was first pass on Friday night, laid one out there at 345, and then John Meyer Jr. came up, went 353. So I think they felt like the road was going to get laid. So they turned it off right away. But there was 18 in our class. So we had some time to get cooled down. But I've always thought, like this year, I don't know how many points hook do you have with the Outlaws this year? Are you guys over 20? I'm sure you are.
Do what?
How many points hooks do you have? Like individual points hooks do you have with the Outlaws?
We got almost, I think, 28 or something like that.
Yeah, almost. So you're similar to us. I don't. Our motors only have so many passes on them, Mike, before you have to tear them down, or they give up on their own, and that never works out worth the crap. But if we had a shortened season, like 12 hooks, and I don't want this, but the only way I would ever want to do a pull-off series is, like you said, you go out and you run all your classes, and then the pull-off is kind of like the 8th and 9th inning. You bring back your top 3 or 4 tractors or whatever you decide to do like that. So, well,
the other thing is too, and I'm not sure how many, I'm not sure how many people, we don't run water in our engines anymore.
Yep.
The old tractors, like the old farm tractors, we could run them 100 times a night down there and run a pull-off, and it wouldn't bother them one bit. But with the dry blocks that we run, it's so hard to get them to cool off.
Yep, I run a dry block as well, so I can relate to that. So that's a good question, though. It's always good to get people's different takes on that. Okay, we talked about family, talked about work, we talked about the tractor. What else do we want to talk about, Mike? So you got Concord coming up, and then you said Rock Valley. What sessions do you pull out in Rock Valley?
Actually, on Rock Valley, we pull on Saturday. We pull Saturday right after lunch, and then we pull that evening.
Okay, gotcha.
So we run from Concord. I don't know. We'll probably a party bus over there at our place on Friday night on parade. So
is that close to home?
No, we're quite a ways away. But no, I mean, it means we don't have much to do on Friday. I don't know. We'll probably have my wife always cooks a lot of food, so we'll have a big blowout over there probably. Yeah,
I talked to a couple of the guys, and they said everybody they get in the trailers from Concord. It's a race for Rock Valley to get a good parking spot. That's what everybody told me. So
I probably will, because last year, when you remember when we came in there, I can't believe how many trucks. I mean, we sat there for a little while getting situated in there, but there was I don't know. I don't know if that was you or somebody was taking pictures of the long lines coming into Rock Valley last year. And
that was me. Yeah. That was me. It was, they didn't let us in because of the rain, which I understand. And it was crazy to see all those cool rigs out there just doing all that stuff. So it was pretty neat. Any career, like any polls that you specifically remember, Mike, where you did really well, or maybe you didn't do well at all? And like are any polls that stand out in your memory that you kind of think about from time to time?
Oh, I guess sometimes, every year there's something that's probably better than another. I really can't put my finger on it. I was thrilled. I mean, to be honest with you, I've never won back-to-back polls like I did out of Ravenna this year. And, you know, I can't brag on it, but it was something. I guess I was really happy. It was pleasing to do that. I mean,
that's awesome. That's a huge accomplishment. So,
you know, for me, I thought that we had a good time out there too, and it was a great weekend, and you know, it's always great. It's always great to start out the season like that.
Marty Samuelson says, do you have to take your motor apart halfway through to refresh them, or you just run it until you have issues? What do you normally do, Mike?
Well, we kind of, you know, we I guess actually every pull we actually check something out. And I mean, on our engines, like we have oil screens and things like that. We can make sure that we're not getting any iron in the oil or anything, or, you know, anything like that. Might be like a bearing coming loose or something. But normally we can get 30 on our class. We can get 30 some pulls out of it before we have to get into the engine. So, yep. But you know, every week is a maintenance. We always got to check water nozzles and, like I say, checking the oil screens, and make sure we don't have anything in that. The oil screen's a really good thing. That the new oil filters that you got now have a clear top on them, and you can actually look at the screens, and that's the first telltale sign that if you got something going wrong in the engine, you can actually look at that.
Yep. No, that is very, very true. I always do a little quick prayer, Mike, before I check my screen. So I can relate with that with you. So what's been your best points finish with the Outlaws?
I think it was 2 years ago. There was like 3 of us or 4. I think 4 of us. I think we were all up in the within just a few points of each other, and we went into I think it was Spencer, I think, our last pull.
Yep.
And we got rained out, and we didn't get to go do that. So, but that's the best one so far since I've been pulling. I mean, we were all like top 4. I think I was 4th in the points, I think, and we were only just a few points. I mean, anybody could have went backwards or won or something like that. We could have shared, changed there. I think that was the year Tristan Myers won it. So
okay. And then, well, it's back to your tractor name again, Mike. Inches matter. I mean, that inches can be a couple points. So with the Outlaws, what is it? 28 for first, and then does it go 26, 25? You get like a 2 extra point bonus for winning, right?
I believe so. I don't know. Hello?
I lost you for a second. I lost your video, Mike.
Here, let me get back over here.
Yep. No big deal.
There we go.
There we go. You're back.
Had too many messages come in. So.
Yeah, it happens. So.
But I lost my train of thought. What were we at?
Well, we're just talking about points. I think with the Outlaws, I think it's 28 for first, and then 26 for second, 25 for third. I think I'd have to go back and look at it, but you get an extra point bonus for getting the win. But like I said, over a course of 28 hooks or 25 hooks, you're going to stack them in there pretty tight. You know what I mean? So
right.
And get down to the bitter end like that.
Well, so. Actually, we got a lot of season left. I don't know. I mean, I love to win the points, truthfully, but, running the points sometimes gets to be almost like a job. You get, every time you don't get me wrong. I mean, it's great to have, but it becomes every time you always second guess. You can become more second guess instead of having a lot of fun. I mean, our sport's a fun thing to have, and we all want to win the points, but sometimes it's just, you got to take every pull, just one at a time.
Yep. No, that's good advice. That's good advice. On Monday, we do a Monday night show every Monday night at 8, and Ryan Rusink, Big Ryan, you've probably seen him take some photos at some Outlaw pulls. He always asks a question: if you could drive any pulling vehicle, past or present, and you didn't have to pay for it if you broke it, and then you could go pull it anywhere, what would you do, Mike? Would it be a mod? Would it be a pro, a super? Do you have any nostalgia tractors as a kid or anything like that?
No, actually, I love the pro stock tractors. I mean, if you take a top running pro stock, that would be something I'd be, it would be great to be able to do that.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I don't disagree with that statement one bit at all. One bit at all. They have a sound that's very cool. I love big cubes and big turbos, big windmills on them. They make neat noises. So.
Yeah, when you're standing next to them, I guess you can always. you can almost feel the ground shake when the pro stocks go by you. It's great. It's kind of like a pro, it's kind of like a top fuel dragster almost when they go by.
Yeah, they rumble everything. What did you like about running sprint cars, and how far did you have to go? Was that close to home, or was that a ways away?
Well, no, we went. I was talking about points. I don't know. We'd run around our local tracks. We were fortunate enough. We actually run Sioux Falls, up at Brandon, on Sundays, and then we raced at Eagle Raceway, and then we raced at Waverly out here, and or Greenwood. We had 3 nights. I guess we probably race about 50 some shows a year, and I don't know. We kind of get bored every now and then, and you take off. We used to go to Rapid City. They always had that. They had a race up there during the Sturgis, which was always a lot of fun because you could incorporate Sturgis with that. We've raced in Florida, Terre Haute, Michigan,
Wow,
Oklahoma, Texas. I mean, we put a lot of miles on back in the day. I don't know how. I had a full-time job back then too, so I don't know how we did it all, but it was a lot of fun.
It wears you out. It completely wears you out. That is for sure. By the end of the pulling season, I always say I don't know, and then you take a month off when you're ready to go ripping again. So you know how it goes.
Right.
You know how it goes. So super dry at home right now. I mean, yeah, my dad lives in Cedar Rapids. He got like 3 to 5 inches over the weekend, and then 2 hours south, they didn't get anything. It's crazy how the weather acts with everybody. So I hope that. Did you have a wet spring, or has it just been dry the whole time?
No, actually, our spring was pretty dry, and then we've been pretty fortunate. It's been kind of give us every week. We got a little bit of rain, and it was perfect. And then it's kind of been spotty around here. We actually had a little bit more at our place, and 3 or 4 miles to the southeast of us, and then south of here, they've had a lot of rain. So, and it's hard to, I don't know, just kind of crazy, just like normal. But yeah. I don't know. They're calling for some this weekend, and boy, I hope we do.
No,
$5 diesel fuel it's not a good feeling when you start running it's making water. So
no, it's gonna be, yeah. It sure takes the fun out of it. That is for sure. It sure takes the fun out of it. Well, Mike, do you have anything else that we want to talk about? Or I think we covered it all. I don't want to miss anything, but I also don't want to drag you on all night either. So.
No, I was gonna say I'm in pretty good shape. I enjoyed the interview, and like I said, we're gonna have to try a little bit harder in the next few weeks here to try to get back where we lost. But
yeah, you and I both. Let's talk. Me and I can be track reading buddies, and we'll whatever we say we're gonna go, we'll just do the opposite of it. How about that? So.
I think that'd be a great idea. So.
Well, Mike, thanks for coming on tonight. Thanks for being a puller. I know the time commitment and the financial commitment that it takes. And, and I appreciate a promoter because I've done that side of it as well. So it's fun to see both sides of this sport, and it's fun to get out there and put on a good show for the fans. And for me this year, I've never ran a lot with the Outlaws. So it's fun for me because I'm going into a lot of new towns I've never been before. I've never heard of Manilla, Iowa, until this weekend. So it was fun, neat little small town. We went up to the local bar afterwards, and we took her down until about 1:30 and walked our little butts right back down the road, across the railroad tracks, and took a nap. So it was a really good time. And yeah, I'm excited to get pulling. After you have a bad pass like that, you want to get back in the seat and do better, so you get that out of your memory. But I got to wait a little bit. So.
Well, that's a true competitor like that is always optimist. I don't know. You can't ever, when you really do bad, you want to go. You can't wait till the next one and the next one and the next one. That's just the way it is. But no, that was a nice. Actually, Manilla, they put on a nice pull up there. They had a lot of people in there, and
yeah.
But no, I don't know. Just the only thing I guess in closing, I just want to thank everybody. I'm glad for everybody coming out. It makes us all feel good, and hope we put on a good show for them. And I guess just. With that being said, I guess hope everybody keeps coming out, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we don't want to do it in front of empty stands. That would not be fun at all, Mike. So that would not be fun at all. Well, no. Mike, thank you for coming on. Good luck the rest of the year. I'll be seeing you all summer long. And again, it's good to put faces to names and get to know people a little bit. And we'll stay in touch. Okay.
Okay, Jason.
Thanks, Mike. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Mike Mason-Brink, everybody, with the Inches Matter John Deere. Beautiful tractor, good runner. Currently sitting, he come out hard this year, won both looks at Ravenna, and then he said he didn't have a good finish in Manilla the other night. kind of did the same thing I did and picked the wrong spot on the track, but that's pulling. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So want to talk about the Outlaw, the Superfan contest. So right there on your screen, I'm on the Outlaw website. I'm going to put this in the comments for everybody. So go to outlawpulling.com and then click on enter the Outlaw giveaway contest today. So I'm going to do that for you and show it to you. And Kaya told me that you only have to do it once. But it's a season-long contest with Case IH on the Outlaws beginning in June. Like, obviously, it's almost, I can't believe it's into June already. But there's going to be 2 grand prize packages to give away within the season. There's weekly winners, and I'm going to announce the weekly winners here in a little bit. Then I want to show you some pictures from the Iowa State Fair. They're putting a big cover on the grandstands now. If you were there last year for the first year of the new pulling track, the new I forget who the family that sponsored that. Shoot, hopefully Dave Nelson texts me here in a little bit if he's watching, but I forget. I know a big family put a bunch of money in there to do that. But anyway, then there's just great. Case IH is the title sponsor of the Outlaws, and they're putting a super fan package together. So that's how you do that. Go to outlawpulling.com, click on it. Your screen pops up like this, and then you fill in the blanks. And then that's it. That's how easy it is. Looks like about your basic information, email address, stuff like that. What some of your favorite polls to go to, and then they get your information and they throw it in here. And then the winners are, let's see here. Kaya sent this to me. I'll just jump on the screen. So Friday night banner winner was Abby Workman Ertz. Abby Workman Ertz. That was in Whitewright. I can't Whitewright. Say that 5 times real fast. The Elwell Family Park. Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Elwell Family Park. And then Saturday night's banner winner in Whitewright, Texas was Jason Sigbart. The Manilla Saturday night banner goes to Verlin Neff, and the T-shirt goes to Bradley Sturgeon. So those are your winners. And I honestly don't know what you do. I'm assuming you just contact us on Facebook, or the next poll you get that. But what the pollers are doing, everybody, is they sign, all the winners sign that Case IH banner, and that's what they're giving away. So, and I want to show off. We'll go through all the winners here in a little bit, but I like how Kaya, our intern working with the Outlaws this year, just graduated. Or I think she graduated from college last year. Maybe she has 1 year left. I forget. But she's working in the trailer, the production trailer, helping with that, and she's put nice, very nice, professional looking content on the Facebook page. So it looks great. Social media is really, really important nowadays, and getting the Outlaws on all the different platforms as well, like TikTok and some other things. Takes a lot of time, takes a ton of work. But our class sponsor this year was Jason Weyman. He brought the Limited Pro diesel trucks back to the Outlaws. They have not been there for a couple of years, and he ended up getting the win Saturday night. And I did go live during that page on the Outlaw page, so you can check that out. So congrats to Jason. The Limited Pro Stock, No Green, No Glory, Joe Moriando from Mount Vernon, Missouri, had the last trip of the class, chose the right line, and drove it right out there. Just went a foot past Tyler Paddock, and then Seth Novak, and then Brent Paddock. Those Paddock tractors, I think, are 1-2 right now in our class in the points. Light Limited Pro Stock, we just talked to Mike Mason Brink with Inches Matters. This is the class that he pulls in. But Jared Hagena out of Hurley, South Dakota, won Saturday night. And it was nice at Manilla. They brought everybody back on the track, did a nice presentation, and did that. So that was cool. And the Super Farm Gray Area, Tommy Platty rolled one out there, I think like 402. He got out there on that far left side where the dirt was hard and had the momentum out there, and the sled just couldn't quite stop him. So he ran one way out there. So had a heck of a pass. It sounds like they went from worst to first. Sounds like they did not have a good hook in Hawarden, and then they ended up winning in Manilla. So, and that's how pulling is. Everybody's got good equipment, and you just it's just kind of wait your turn, do your homework, and the good things will come to you on that. So Diesel Super Stock, this was the first pull for the Diesel Supers. Tyler Beckman made a bunch of changes over the winter. I think a lot of the guys did out of Waverly, Iowa. Scott Frankie, something went very wrong, but I think he would have given Tyler Beckman a run for his money. Then Taylor just had put his back together that morning, and he just went up. They were not going to go over 200 feet anyway, Taylor told me, because they just want to make sure it was going to put a hit on it and not hurt anything bad. And then Tiger Bradley, if you remember Redline Fever 2, Esden Lane's tractor that his brother Adrian drove. Yo, Adrian, Tiger bought it, and first time ever driving Diesel Super, just didn't quite get it loaded up on RPMs to get over the top. But I think he got it going on the second pass, but he'll get better. You just don't jump on a Diesel Super. Those are a little touchier than anything else out there in the pulling world. And then our Pro Stock 4x4 trucks, they were the first class of the night. Chain Stretcher, Toby Vanderpool out of Indianola, Iowa, got the win. Tater Wagon 2 was 2. Rat Trap was 3. Bipolar was 4th. Keith Hammonds, I think, has won the points 5 out of the last 6 years with the Outlaws in the Pro Stock 4x4 class. So Manilla, Iowa, you can see the full stands there behind it. And then Mr. Ulmer won the light super stock class. No, they were the first class. Yeah, light supers were first, then the trucks, then the diesel supers, and then our class, I think the 4-1s, if I remember correctly. Then super farms, then us, then the light limited pros and the diesel trucks, and they had some street semis there at the end of the night. So Ulmer just does what Ulmer does, and he wins. Ulmer's a winner. That's why we nicknamed him the Ulmer Mafia with all the Ulmers. So under construction, Ryan Boyson was 2nd, Jim Scheffler was 3rd, and then Tom Scheffler was 4th. And our light super stock class. So come back around here. I took some pictures. Actually, Dave Nelson and I both took pictures. I'm going to share my screen with all of you, and I'm going to flip through my pictures. Give me 1 second here, guys. But I handed Dave my camera when the 4-1s came up because I didn't want to. I didn't want to break nothing. Let's see here. Entire screen. Where is screen 3? No, screen 2. Give me 1 second, guys. Hang with me. I'll show you. Dave and I probably took 50, 60 pictures through the pits and stuff like that. So just kind of flip through these for everybody. I love doing this. I love catching the teams, sitting around the trailers, having fun with everybody. So here's Scheffler's tractors. I just kind of went down the side of the pits. I don't try to super focus like Mark Ham does or Cody Vanderholm or Ryan Rusink. I just throw it on auto. Actually handed my camera to Mark Ham and said, set my camera up. He goes, just throw it on auto. He said there's enough sun. So Selman's Rat Trap, beautiful truck. There's Hammond's Bipolar. That truck is mean. There's Selman's again. I was trying different lenses, trying to get zoom in out far enough. So that's why I got that. So there's a Chain Stretcher. A lot of beautiful, beautiful equipment with the Outlaws. There's the Crazy 8 Light Limited Pro. Here's the Fawn. There's Troublemaker, I think that truck's called, or Double Trouble. I think it's Troublemaker. There's a Tater Wagon. There's some of our diesel trucks. These are like a limited pro stock diesel truck. So yeah, Elwell Family Park, yes. And then thanks for jumping on. There's how did the Griffin run down there in Whitewright? We'll find out here in a little bit. There's a Chain Smoker, Dan Valance, all the way from Texas. Good to see him up here with us. There is your winner Saturday night. That is Megatron, Weyman's truck. And there's the Ulmer Mafia hanging out. Mr. Ulmer himself getting there, probably putting a little warming up the diesel. I just kind of zoomed in a little bit there. There's a beautiful Red Rock Super Farm. Dakota Deer. There's a good promo shot there for Aaron Doctor and Pro Polar Tire. I think those are the T-shirts and Paddock's trailer. I zoomed in on those. The wind was grabbing a little bit. That's Tyler's tractor. There's Tyler, his sister Megan, I believe. I'm not sure who that gal is. Let's see there. There we go. There's Brent, Dad, sitting on the weight brackets there. Tyler, Megan. Here's a coal roller. That's Dusty Berries. Y'all coming to Hoptown this weekend. Steve, I don't know where Hoptown is, so help me out there a little bit. I have a wedding in Watertown, South Dakota. My sister's getting married. So there's one of the Turbo Up tractors. There's Inches Matter. That was Mike Mason Brink. We had him on the show earlier. That was just a cool old truck in the pits. That is not an Outlaw pulling vehicle, everybody. But I just thought that was cool. Griffin got a 4th and a 3rd. I had more in it. Saturday night, throttle, cable broke from the Great Zuck. So the Mean Farmer, I love their mural on the side of that trailer. It's so cool. Ryan Boyson's tractor. There is your diesel super stock winner Saturday night in Manilla, Iowa. Tyler Beckman. See, that's my autofocus. See what happens? I've not edited these photos yet, so I apologize. Ritter's Wild Engine. Love the looks of that tractor. Good runner. And then this is, I had a little fun with this one. This is Ritter's and some of the tech officials sitting back there. I said there was some bribery going on. Of course there was not, but I was just having fun with them. Just some cool stuff in the pits. Another 3-old limited pro stock diesel truck. There's the boys, Sam, Brandon, and Jer. There's Forever Green, and that was your winner Saturday night in the Light Limited Pro. Good looking tractor. There's Daily Sibling Rivalry, and that pulls with my class. Go have a beverage at Dempsey's in Watertown. I will do that, Ham. I will do that. So, again, this picture defines the pulling family. You hear us talk about that a lot. We talk about that on social media, our pulling family. But the time before and after the pull is really when the friendships are made. That time before, there's a little bit of banter, depends on who you're talking to, and have a little bit of fun. But it's fun to just go around and catch everybody in action like this and sneak up like paparazzi and take pictures of them without them looking. There's Weisenkamp's wild side. A lot of beautiful running trucks and tractors with the Outlaws. This is the Blaze of Gory team over there by their trailer. I thought this was a unique situation to put that little 2x4 in there, hold that up so you can put some fuel in the tractor. Johnny be good. I grabbed that. They got a nice Outlaw sticker on the back, or sign on the back of that one. Didn't focus that one quite well enough. That's Randy Bigger's tractor. Yeah, there it is, the New Holland. And this is called Doctor's Orders, just following Doctor's Orders. I got to find out the story on the name of this one. And then here's the track a little bit. I went out there as they were prepping it and got some pictures. I like to show the fans. There's a couple pullers out there walking around, poking around a little bit. There's the Eco Tuning trailer down there. There's the Case IH trailer behind it. All the feather banners down the side of our sponsors. So that's really cool to see. There's the track worker, John Deere 8400. Zoom around. There's a beautiful tractor. That's mine, in case you didn't know. That's why I'm partial to that one. Whoops, see, I didn't focus well enough. If anybody needs Kawasaki parts, go to KawasakiPartsWarehouse.com. That's my sponsor. So we need to keep them happy. Here, I sat down at the other grandstands just to get some pictures. I wanted to get some of the feather banners there that you can see. And then some of the light supers and stuff before we went back to get ready. The Ron Stone doing his thing up there in the announcer stand. Had to get a picture of him. He's got the Schaefer banner in this one. One of Scheffler's tractors. Got the Schaefer barrel in this one. There's Titan. Of course, they're the sponsor of our Young Guns. They do a good job there. Video and pictures. Oh, cool. Thanks, Zach. I'll put those up. And there's a register to win thing. We announced our winners a little bit ago. There's Ulmer after his win and pass. That's when they brought him out for the ceremony. And here's the four-wheel drive Pro Stock 4x4 trucks. That's Troublemaker. I did some videos too. That's why I got photos at the beginning and the end. I'll get to the videos here at the end. I was taking with my 35 millimeter, so they're going to be a little wobbly. I didn't have the tripod out, but I did. They're still good. So good looking trucks, good runners. There's there's a young man, Tiger Bradley out of Ravenna, Nebraska. That is the old Red Line Fever 2. There's Tyler Beckman at the starting line. There's Tyler at the end. He won. There's Taylor Van Beek with Extreme Pleasure. I always take extra pictures of him because he's my sponsor. Got to suck up to your sponsors a little bit. But that's why it says Extreme Performance on the side of my tractor. Taylor helps me out with some stuff. There's the Marcam blocking one of my shots. So horsepower's like sex. You never get enough. I don't know who's the trend. I saw that when I pulled up. I had to get a picture of that. Here's Vernon Bucks. So where's my pictures here? These have been the super farms that we're pulling. I got a good shot there of Lauren out there on the track. And I like to do different angles. Just thought these were cool. And then Dave Nelson comes over and goes, "You got to get some shots with those grain bins in the background." That's what it's all about. So there's the DeKalb feather banner and a full house. I like to show the full crowd. I think people need to see that they missed something. If there's a lot of people there, like, hey, well, what's going on, right? Some of the pullers hanging out there, cruising around. All the 4-1s back there. There's 12 of us in the class, 11 John Deeres and my white tractor. That's actually red. So it's all good. There's Koima holding his head, doing a little pregame strategy there. And I went out on the track. This is the sled guy. I think he's on the fire department. I think his name was Steve. I remember talking. He was the hooker. So that's a lot of work. I love this shot. I got her backing up the tractor. And I snuck one here. There's Barrett right here. I just think that's cool with the tire in the shot. Got kind of artistic, I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm not going to lie. There's Barrett. Pulls in my class. There's Barrett and Novak's mom and Novak's wife. I got in the middle there. I like to pick on John Deere fans a little bit and have a little fun with them. So that was a good time. And here's the shot that Dave wanted me to get. And I gave my camera to Dave here in a few tractors, but that's just cool. The big green bin set up behind it and a full house and an Outlaw tech official out there with some sponsors in the background and just blowing some smoke on a beautiful Saturday night. Little America. Was there another poll last weekend? Laugh out loud. ginger. Yeah, there was a pull in Hawarden and there was a pull in Whitewright, Texas, but I didn't go to Whitewright, Texas, so I don't have any pictures. So if that's what you're referring to, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. So Steph Novak in Manilla, Iowa. I love his mustache. Just had some shots here. There's a good one of the green bins in the background. Just cool stuff. Here's Koima. I was using the old auto button there. So I don't have any pictures, Ginger, from Whitewright, but I'll jump on the Facebook page and see what I can do. I know Whitewright had a huge crowd, and I'm assuming with your last name being Miller, you're part of the Bad Decisions two-wheel drive team. So yeah, but again, I was in Manila, and I'm the only one on the show tonight. So Josh would have been announcing your pole, Ginger, and did that. So there we go. So Dave took some of these shots, and there's me on the right side, just kicking up dust, not going anywhere. So shame on me. So there's my picture. So throw through some of the videos quick, and then I'm going to jump on and go through results from Whitewright. Hawarden. Let's see here. Let's oh, Robert, there was four all over the country. Here's some rat. Without any question, Whitewright is the biggest I know they had a nice FFA young gun scholarship community down there as well. That's some pictures I'll share here on the Facebook page. That's Manilla, guys. So good to see that. Let me flip over. I got some video of the Griffin, and then I'll switch over to the app, and we'll see what we can do here. That's work stuff. Let's see. Stop sharing that screen. Share another screen. Again, Ron's on his way to Ohio to see his dad, and Josh is working in the oil field. So that looks like a Will Mann's picture. Cool angle. Love that. That looks like something Will would do. Okay, here we go. There is the Griffin grouse. There's Whitewright. You can see the full stands. I know there's packed on both sides. I saw some pictures there. Oh, I don't have the picture up yet. Yeah, there we go. There's Whitewright, Texas. I'm not sure which night this was, but I saw pictures from the starting line. I saw full houses on both sides. That was cool. That was cool. So thanks for sending some. Whoop, there is a little fireball. So this looks like right. Is that Whitewright? Yeah, that's it. Wrapped up. I don't know. Zuck sent me these videos, so I don't know if these were from. They gotta be. They got to be from, let's see here. There's the Griffin growl from Whitewright. There's a picture. And then this gal sitting in the cage. So that's what he just sent me there. Let's jump on the right, Texas. Truck and tractor pull. Here's their Facebook page. We talked about this last week on the show. Do a nice job thanking all their sponsors. Yeah, I shared this to Beer Money and the Outlaws. This is cool. I even said how to I said even the parking lots are bigger in Texas. And I thought that was kind of fitting, but this is cool. They put a drone up. I think that's a drone, or that's taken from a water tower. That'd be a hell of a water tower because there's power lines there. But check out all the cars. Yeah, that was definitely Whitewright, the video that he sent me. So Friday night on the picture, Saturday on the video. So just thought it was cool. I wanted to share that. It's green in Texas. I thought you guys were droughting down there. So I didn't expect to see any green grass. Maybe it's just weeds green from up there. So here is, again, go to the Whitewright Texas Facebook page. I'll throw it right now into the comments so you guys can check that out anytime. Give that page a like. Here's some pictures on their page. I love the green, the grass down the middle. It really breaks it up. really breaks it up. So Steve said, I hope so. I got a turbo Thursday night. You see video. I almost went 500 feet. Holy crap. Yeah, Steve, I need to see that video. There's Miller's Bad Decisions. I'm positive that's the family that puts it on. They do a lot of work out there. Here is the Young Gun thing, the FFA. There's Big Josh. It looks like Lori Bauer and all the Young Guns. And there's a check to the Texas FFA for $1,000. So Titan has something to do with that. Ron knows a little bit more about than I do, but it's amazing. And they're going to be doing that through different events throughout the year is what I've been told. So I'm pretty excited for that. So Kurt Koima just sent me a picture of Rock Valley. So that's cool. Everybody's getting pumped up for that. So let's see here. Here's Papa Nelson, old grandpa, sitting up there on the Twisted Whip. There are a lot of pullers from Texas in the two-wheel drive truck class and the mod class. And of course, Meddings are down there and a few other guys with the pro stock. So good to see these pictures here. So yeah, great job here. Oh, got another video from Zuck. This one was taken with a potato. Oh, there he goes. They got it zoomed in. That's usually a good sign of a good run. So there's the Griffin Growl. So beautiful tractor. So there's some more pictures. Also, Negro was there. Again, they're from down in that neck of the woods. That's Brandon Gillens, if I remember correctly. So a lot of cool stuff. So, and then Hawarden had a couple classes, outlaw classes Friday night. So let me jump. I want to get into the results. Now you can use the Outlaw app as well on your phone. Download that from the App Store or Google Play or whatever. But I want to just jump on here and I can share my screen better with everybody. Now I can read them with you. So the Saturday night, 18 two-wheelers. That's awesome. John Lynch came on top with Hard Times two-wheel drive. Buffalo Chips was 2. Donald Nelson was 3 with Whip It. Cole, that's his hometown pole, Bad Decisions. And then Edwin, so there's the Texan. So we got some Whitewright, Texas there. So 3 pullers. And then Cole drove the Missouri Gambler as well. So 346 was the winning distance Saturday night. Modified four-wheel drives, Claypool, Thornton. So Joel came on top at 305. And then these are going to be the Outlaw results, everybody. The Texas Truck and Tractor Pullers were there as well. So I don't know if they ran just Texas on one, the TTTPA guys on one track and the Outlaws on the other, or if they mixed it up. But I'm just going to be showing you the Outlaw results tonight. Modified Ulmers are just running awesome with their new setup this year. Sweet Pain, and I am right. If you see the points, you get an extra point bonus for winning. Wayne Longnecker was 2 at 320, both with the Griffin Growl. I always call him Zuck. 290, Donald Nelson, Twisted Whip 276. Kaysen Petch, is that the first time Kaysen drove the mod, the turbine? I think so. Cameron Nees 158, and then Brandon with Oso Negro broke. Non-aspirated two-wheel drives, that might have been, okay, so these are just, here we go. Pro Stock Tractors, Connor Medding. I don't know how far Nordheim is for Whitewright, but Texas is a big state. But he picks up the win with Bullwagon at 337. Yarks went 2-3. Clint Medding went 4th. They're all stacked in with like 8 feet of each other in the top 4. And then Daniel Ridnour, too far gone. Okay, first time for Kaysen. Thank you, Mr. Ham. I appreciate that. Let's go find Friday night. Again, normally I go to the app to do this, but I like to share it on the screen so you can see what I'm seeing. So two-wheel drive trucks is the big class, clearly down in Whitewright, and it makes sense. There's a ton of two-wheel drive pullers from Texas, and it's for them, they travel all summer long to get to these events up here in the Midwest, so it doesn't hurt to go down and support them as well. So Donald Nelson wins Friday night with Little Whip. Serious Business was 2. Larry, I don't know how to Tijan, I'm not sure. Buffalo Chips was 3. They had a good weekend. They were 2 and 3. David Hunt 4 and 5. Black Widow, Shameless, Scott Weens. So yeah, Cole Sidecheck, Miller Sidecheck, Corliss, and that's a tough class of two-wheel drive trucks. So modified four-wheel drive trucks. So they split it up a little bit. It went Claypool, Thornton Saturday, but went Thornton, Claypool on Friday night. Mods Longnecker won Friday night 389. That's a honk out there. Craig Ulmer was second at 381. Donald Nelson 344, both 335 with the Griffin Growl. Neves must have hurt something. Well, they broke half. It looks like he only won 100 some feet on Saturday night. It goes 335. Case and Petch 281. Brandon. So Brandon was hurt before the poll. And then I should be looking for Pro Stocks. Pro Stock Tractors, Cody Yark won Friday night 334. Connor was second at 318. Ridnour was third. Clint Meddy was fourth. David Yark was fifth. So that's your Outlaw results from Whitewright Friday night and Saturday night. Again, the biggest poll in Texas. And I've heard Ron has spoke highly of what the Miller family does for all of that. So that's great. Here is also Zuck's, the Griffin Growl got another run. On the screen. My dog's barking. He's even happy to see the Griffin Growl.
He didn't put his neck brace on.
Sorry about that. 1, 2, 4. Wait, and then wait. Here it is, the most Griffin Growl. One of the coolest sounds in the world. I gotta get Jeff Dolly a new crew shirt. He's got one of my old ones on. Yeah. And then I want to do, let's see here, go back to the page. I want to check out Hawarden Friday night. And then we'll flip through the Facebook page, and I'm going to let everybody carry on with their evenings, enjoy their 4th of July weekend. It's my wedding anniversary on Monday, 24 glorious years. Or Sarah has put up with me for 24 glorious years. So Hawarden had 2 outlaw classes, and then they had some like local classes before and afterwards. So non-aspirated 2-wheel drive trucks, Tammy Hick was the winner with the Dirt Diva out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Sean 2nd, Terry Van Beek 3, Dustin Van Beek 4, Jason 5, Aaron Decker 6. So, and then we should have one more class. Oh, there's the distances they didn't carry over. So 372, 3. So they humped a couple out there. They just didn't quite fit on the one page. And here we go. Super Farm Tractors were there Friday night as well. Dave Roseboom, Red Rock, goes 329.19. Alan Andrews goes 2nd at 319. Eric Groen with a Husker Hooker to 318. 11 Super Farms there. And I touched on that. Basically, Platies went from worst to first from Friday night to Saturday night. And again, that's very common, unfortunately, because everybody's so good and you can just miss it. You can have a little bad luck or whatever. So, okay, let's go to the Outlaw page. I want to show you Dave Nelson was at the Iowa State Fair today and put some, got some pictures of that. So here is the grandstands, and you can see all this. So the Elwell family park, that is going to be awesome. So a big covered grandstand there, and that's going to, because it was so warm last year, that sun just pounds on that side during the day. And then we always pull during the day because they have the big concert at night over at the old grandstands where we used to pull. So very cool that the Elwell family's doing that. And Dave talked about this last year, that they're going to do this in a couple different segments or whatever to get everything done. I think they're going to add more bleachers in the future as well, but I know they want to get this part done with it. So I flipped through these are all your class winners from Manilla, and then Kaya would need some pictures from Whitewright to finish that off. Here's some of my pictures from Manilla as well. Oh, I grabbed this little gal. She's out of the registration. Her mom was working registration. I forget her name. Super nice people. But I thought,
so tell us, what do you think? What do we got lined up tonight? You know,
she said, I follow you on TikTok, Jason. And I said, well, cool. Let's make a TikTok. So we did.
Hey, everybody. I'm with Shelby Muskoshel, and where are we, Shelby?
Manilla, Iowa.
Yeah. Is this your first time here?
No.
No.
It's
So
not.
so tell us, what do you think? What do we got lined up tonight? You know the start time?
No.
6 o'clock?
Yeah,
Yep. You know how many classes we have tonight?
7.
7. Good. Do you have any of your favorite classes?
I like all of them.
Do you like all of them?
Yeah.
So how did you get to work in the trailer?
My mom works there.
Your mom works there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get to,
What do you think of the track conditions?
I think it's good.
You want to touch the clay a little bit? Feel it, Shelby? Show it to everybody home. Well, it's going to go back together. That's what we like as pullers, Shelby.
Yep.
Put it in there so it ties back together. So, Shelby, do you have a TikTok page?
Yep.
Okay. What is it?
Shelby the Scotial. I don't know what it is.
I'll tag you
Look
in.
it up. Yeah.
So, follow Shelby on TikTok. Say, let's grow pulling.
Let's go trolling.
There you go.
I just thought that was fun. She was a cutie and she was having fun with me on that, so I had to do that. What else do I got coming up here? Again, thanks for joining us every Tuesday night. Ron is on his way to see his dad tonight in Ohio. Kind of, this is like our 1 week where we don't have to do anything crazy. Go pulling again. Here's some of the, if you want to scroll through the Facebook page, I went live for the diesel trucks. I split it between Outlaws and Beer Money, but you can see that on here. Check some of that out here. Good to see diesel truck pullers back with the Outlaws. That video is on the Facebook page. And people, go to the Facebook page every day and just scroll it. You're not going to see every post on your personal timelines that we post on the Outlaw Facebook page, because the Facebook chooses what they show on your personal timeline. So if you want to know, kind of treat the Outlaw Facebook page like a website. Just go to it every day and scroll and see what we put up in the last 24 hours. So, and then here again, so the cotton candy pulling team posted this. Dave shared it to the Outlaw page. Again, this is a picture of the FFA donation. Want to zoom in on all of them. So there's all of our young guns. There's Lori. That must be the Millers maybe holding the check. I'm not 100% sure. It might be someone from the FFA. So I recognize a lot of names, but not a lot of faces yet. So faces to the names. There was a Manilla one there. That was I did a video on the way. Okay, then Tim Blanksford, who does an awesome job with the Thunder in the Valley Facebook page. These are some of his pictures from Friday night in Hawarden, Iowa with the Super Farm class. So I'll buzz through these quick. We just went over an hour. So it's a nice crowd in Hawarden. So I think they called the Border Battle or something like that. I think that's a Husker Hooker. And this has been the two-wheel drive trucks from the Outlaws. There's a Husker Hooker. I'm pretty sure Rock Valley has every class as well. So it'll be good to see all of those. And this was, so Dave put this, Whitewright, Texas was awesome. Place to be last night. Who got to see the Case IH Black demonstrator tractor there. So that is really cool. And then Danya Palmer Brockman. This is super cool. Yeah, those are TTTPA tractors. I remember those from Nordheim. That's Popeye over there on the left. I forget what this one's called. But I saw them pull a Nordheim next to that. But that black demonstrator thing is sweet. I saw one in Toma as well. And they literally just got from the factory, they said. So let's see what else we got here. There's Meddings getting ready for Whitewright. And we had our Outlaw stickers on up in Toma. Wanted to show that. Here's last week's show. So we covered the last week on here. So I think that's all I got, guys. I don't know much else to talk about tonight. I want to thank all of you for joining us. Thank Whitewright, Texas. They had a big pull. Hawarden Friday night. Whitewright was both nights. And then Manilla, Iowa was Saturday night. And, okay. So Rock Valley does not have the diesel truck class, unfortunately. Okay. Thanks, Jeff. I just assumed they had all of them, but it's tough. I know it's tough to get everybody there, and it's expensive to have all the classes. So we'll get that going here. In the future, maybe possibly. So we'll just keep jamming and see what we can come up with. So again, outlawpulling.tv is where you need to be for to watch all the live streams. I'm on the Outlaw website right now for the first page, and you can do, let's see here. Yeah, here's the Outlaw giveaway contest. Don't forget about the Titan Young Gun program with the Outlaws. Pullers from 16 to 25, I believe. And then this is the contest deal. And then we also want to talk about the Outlaw app. I'll show you what that looks like on your phone. Get that. It's free, guys. It's got lineups. It's got results. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's see here. That's kind of what it looks like on the App Store. See that Outlaw logo there? And the zoom in or out. There we go. But go to the App Store, download that. And then coming up, we got Concord, Nebraska next Thursday. Let's see, what's the start time on that? I'll just go to the Outlaw app and I'll tell you. Concord starts at 7 o'clock next Thursday night. 3,200 Superfield Light Limited Mods, LLM. I think that's what that means. Light Limited Pros. Limited Pro Stocks, that's our class. The 4-1s, and then Super Farms. So I'm assuming LLM is Light Limited Mods, and that would make sense when Nebraska Bush, because those guys would come over like they did to Ravenna on Saturday nights. And then Rock Valley is Friday, 6:30. And they have 2 tracks, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, the 540 Light Pros, Diesel Supers, the LLM, that's got to be the Light Limited Mod, Limited Pros Mods, Natural Aspirated 2-wheel drive trucks, Pro 4x4, Pro Stock Super Farm Unlimited Super. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 classes, it looks like, on Friday night. And then Saturdays at 12:30. 3,200 Profield 540s, Light Limited Mods, Light Limited Pros, Light Supers, Natural Aspirated 2-wheel drives, Pro Stock 4x4 trucks. And then Saturday night, probably still have 12 classes again for Saturday night, or 10 classes, I bet. 2-wheel drives, 3,200s, 4-wheel drive, Diesel Supers, Light Limited Pro, Limited Pro, Light Supers, Mod, Pro Stock, Super Farm, Unlimited Super Stocks. But again, all this is on the app, and that's how slick it works. You can see all the lineups, got start times, it's got addresses in there and everything like that. And then we go Bloomfield, Iowa, July 3rd, Ottawa, Iowa, July 14th, Lay, Nebraska, the 15th, Troy, Missouri on the 15th. It just goes bang, bang, bang from here on out. It's crazy. So enjoy your week off, everybody, because it's about to get crazy, as I like to say. About to get crazy. So super excited at the Iowa State Fair has that grandstand covered. That's going to be awesome. So I will play some video from the diesel trucks pulling Saturday night, and I will let you guys go. But thanks for checking in tonight and watching. I need to go to Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. Share my live video that I did the other night. Next Tuesday night, I'm sure Ron will have somebody lined up from Rock Valley, I would assume, for sure. And maybe Concord, Nebraska. Did I go by the video? I must have went by the video. No, I didn't. It's down there further. I posted those when I got home. Sorry. There's my TikTok. Here we go. This is a video I'm going to put up for you guys for a few minutes while we let everybody continue on with their evening. So on behalf of the Outlaws, thanks for watching the show. We do this every Tuesday night. You can watch it anytime later. Go to YouTube, search for Let's Grow Pulling, or excuse me, Outlawed with Ron Stone. Sorry, I do too many shows. And then you can also listen on iTunes and Spotify. So congrats to Whitewright, Texas, the Miller family, the TTPA, all of them. They had a great show down there. Thanks, Josh Runyon, for announcing. He does a great job. And then Hawarden, Iowa, Friday night for having the Outlaws, and then Saturday night in Manilla. This is the diesel truck class in Manilla, Iowa, Saturday night. So thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.
Last class tonight, guys, Manilla, Iowa. 3 old diesel trucks. Drag that dirt back to the hole. Back in and send it up there. Go back through one more time with that Jake on there, that rig. Here's the one. I want to read the rest of it.
We're in Manilla, Iowa, everybody. 3 old diesel trucks. 2 trucks to go, last class of the night. The scraper drags the whole clear back to him. The hacker comes through, rolls it down. Right, check it out. We have ourselves a nice, clean, tight track now for our next competitor. So that is good track prep.
I found, so Doug both sent me some YouTube videos of the mods. So we're going to watch that instead of my crappy cell phone video. This looks like better video. So enjoy it. This is from Whitewright, Texas. 25th would have been Saturday night. So.